Okay, so here we are with our week 3 pre-recorded webinar. So I'm going to go over week 3, obviously, and let's go ahead and get started. So a couple of general questions by this time if you've participated in any of the other pre-recorded webinars or any of the webinars. And then you probably already have these answers, so I'm just going to go through it quickly. So when will grades be posted? I'll be posting the grades sometime after Tuesday at around noon after the class ends. So just make sure you have all of your assignments turned in before then, obviously, since the assignments the last week of class are due by 11:59 p.m. on the Saturday of the last week of class. So it's a little bit different. Typically it's Sunday for the other weeks, but Saturday the last week of class. Just make sure those are all ready to go so I can have them all graded by Tuesday or so, but it could be a little bit later than that as well. All grades are posted at the same time, so if one person is not ready, then we're kind of all waiting for that one person to get ready. So just keep that in mind. I do understand that life does get in the way sometimes of the best laid plans. So if something happens that's out of your control, please just let me know as soon as you can, and we can talk about that. Discussion boards, try to do these earlier in the week. They are not obviously due before the deadline, but if people do get in there earlier in the week, it does make it a bit easier for other people to get in there and to respond to other students as well, since typically the requirement is to respond to at least 2 other students, so that makes that whole process a little bit easier, and it does make the discussions a little bit, and it makes a little more sense when you're doing the discussions as you're doing the reading and watching the, any videos or, any material that is available for you for that week. And then if you have responses that require more than one response or more than one section, I should say, if you could label the parts of your responses, check out the rubric. If it says, answer this and that's worth 5 points, and answer that and that's worth, 3 points or whatever. If you could label those parts of the response just to make sure I don't miss anything, that is extremely helpful. Thank you very much for that. We typically have weekly meetings, and they are on Mondays at 5 p.m. Sometimes they can be pre-recorded, sometimes they'll be live, sometimes we might do a Twitter chat. So just see the class website for details on each meeting. I'll try to give you plenty of heads up on that. Always, always, always check rubrics so you don't miss points. It's always sad when someone's turned something in and it says this is worth 20 points, and I don't see whatever that is, and I really have no choice but to dock, those amount of points. So just make sure you check those rubrics and make sure you're not missing anything. Every once in a while, if we have a live meeting, I will offer points for the discussion board. So in the live meeting, you're welcome to remind me and say, hey, do we get points for the discussion board by attending this live meeting? And we can discuss that. And in most cases, for a live meeting, a live webinar, then yes, you usually can, because we'll go ahead and we'll discuss whatever whatever's on the discussion board for that week during that time. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the assignments for the week. Okay, so our first assignment for the week is another invitation to learn and to share, and this one's going to be making or a coding activity. So you're going to create a 30-second to 2-minute video. So you got a little bit of a tight timeline there. So you want to try to keep it around that time. It should be at least over 30 seconds. That should be pretty easy. But you don't want to go too much over 2 minutes as well. And you're going to be describing an assignment that incorporates either coding, robotics, and or the maker movement. So you're going to see lots of detail on our class website about this. So when you're on the class website, you'll see plenty of information about coding, making, robotics, the maker movement, robotics, things like that. So there's videos here. There's some links on introducing Scratch, which is a way to get kids involved in coding. There's information on the maker movement. There's information on robotics, a video here. There's all kinds of information about this week's assignments. You're going to want to kind of go through that material and to make sure you understand that. And then there are also some examples of some of the projects that you could be explaining, the assignments you could be explaining in your video, because you're going to describe an assignment that incorporates one of these things. So you could use this coding in Scratch, which, like I said, is a way to get students involved in coding. You could do a maker movement type of assignment, so you can get some information there. You could use robotics as a possible assignment, so you can get some information there. So there's quite a few things that you can go check out to get some ideas that hopefully will inspire you in some way. And once you figure out the type of assignment you're going to want to be describing here, then there's some resources here for doing screen captures. So you can, do something like I'm doing right here, where you can be showing something that's on your computer screen and recording your voice over it. You can also do just a video of you, if you'd like to, outlining the assignment, but there's a few choices right here. Most of them, the one I'm using right now, you'll probably see down here someplace. You'll see a little description of, the one I'm using. Screencast-O-Matic is the one I'm using, but it's free. So most of these, or all of them possibly, even have free versions that you can use. So don't feel like you have to sign up for something. I did go check this one out here, and this may have changed. You can go ahead and check it out on YouTube. This may have changed, so if you find the same thing, you might just use one of these up here as well. When you're recording your description of the assignment, you're going to want to include these things here. A link to an activity that we can all access. Make sure it doesn't have a password or something. Make sure that it is accessible by everyone. How the activity will be assessed, examples of student projects, which you might need to just maybe put something together really quickly. This can kind of be, just a skeleton, so to speak, of a student project, just so we can kind of get an idea of what students would be creating. But you want to make sure you include these things here. Next, our discussion board for the week is you're going to be evaluating another classmate's video, the one that we just talked about. So you could talk about possible applications of their assignment, their project that they're outlining, modifications, ways that you would change it, enhancements, how would you, what would you add to it that you think might make it better? And of course, don't forget about the Universal Design for Learning and TPAC as well. You want to include those things in there. You want to make sure you check out our class website because there's some other details in there about that assignment. The next thing is a week 3 journal. So basically, you're going to do a journal entry that is basically based on the reading, writing, and activities that you've done up to this point. What new information have you learned and kind of reflected on and thought about? So you want to just include any impressions and how you might apply the stuff that you've learned up to this point in your life. And then there is an optional activity. It's called Let's Code, and it's actually called an hour of code. So if you would like to do that, there are no points in the grade book. It's not graded. But if you're interested in something like that, you might give it a try, and it will, just like the name implies, take about an hour of your focus time. There are, if you choose to do that, there are some specific choices on the class website that you can go check out to see what the possibilities are. And that's about it. As usual, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. And good luck with the week. Thank you very much.